It's time for Baby and Toddler Instructions with host Blythe Lippman. Blythe is a nationally renowned infant and toddler expert who has over 30 years' experience helping moms and dads regain their sanity, teaching them how to survive, and giving them the confidence they need to be the best parents ever. From sleeping to crying to potty training to choosing a preschool and so much more. If you're a parent, Baby and Toddler Instructions is the show you've been looking for. Now here's your host, Blythe Lippman.
Well, good morning and welcome to the show. I'm so happy you could tune in, and I am so excited about today's show because it's the first show in February, and that means my friend and colleague from the wonderful peanutbutterandwine.com will be on in just a few minutes to tell us all about what's hot and what's not for Valentine's Day in a fun contest. It'll be a special surprise. Also, my second guest is going to be Michael Gardner from doTERRA Essential Oils to tell us all about how these oils cure ear infections, morning sickness, so many things that I never knew. But I want to say I hope the bad weather stops for all of you. My gosh, I was watching the news this morning and the snow and the ice and it's bad. Go away. But I heard there are only 42 days left until spring. Yay! Maybe it'll stop early. You know, just be careful. Stay in, make some soup, bake some cookies with your kids, you know, play a game. You can't get out. What are you going to do about it? We're not in charge. Also, this weekend, at least the Phoenix Open here in Arizona had beautiful weather for all of you that came to visit. We had over 188,000 people here, which is, my gosh, it's amazing. It's great for the economy, but I actually didn't go this year because I didn't want to be a sardine. But congratulations to those who won, and I'm so happy you could be in our good weather. Also, do I need to say anything about the Super Bowl? I'll only say one thing. Well, actually, I'll say two. My son-in-law's from Seattle. Yay, Tony so absolutely knew who I was rooting for, those Seahawks. But next year, we're going to be hosting the Super Bowl here in Arizona. So that should be lots of fun and lots of people. But you know what? It's all fun. We have to enjoy each day. There were some recalls this week. The strollers recalled by Britex due to partial fingertip amputation. The hinge on the stroller's folding mechanism can partially amputate the consumer's fingertips, break their fingers, cause laceration. You know what? If you have a Britex stroller called Be Agile, double and bob motion strollers, don't be careful. Call the company. I already put the information on my website, babyinstructions.com. Do not use it. Be so careful anyway when you put your kids in the stroller or when you go through a door and their hands kind of get caught once in a while. So that was a stroller. Fred and Friends recalled infant pacifiers due to choking hazard. It said the beard on the pacifier can detach, posing a choking hazard. So that's Fred and Friends infant pacifiers. And last but not least, Lion Force recalled the boys' puffer coats due to a strangulation hazard. You know, they have the drawstrings, and I say it whenever they do these recalls, anything with drawstrings, be careful if you're putting them on little ones. These happen to be toddler boys, older boys. So babyinstructions.com, and you will see everything that has been recalled. Don't use it. Also, really quick before I welcome Connie Gruning from Peanut Butter and Wine. You know, next Friday is Valentine's Day, and I have to say one thing. My one tip is, if your child is in preschool or any grade school and they celebrate Valentine's Day and they let your kids bring in cards, candy, whatever, make sure every single child gets one. I mean, I've seen it all. I've worked in preschools, set up the rooms many, many times. And, you know, I have to say sometimes parents don't get along, so they won't give this one child a card. And, you know, it's so sad to be left out. Valentine's Day is all about love, great teaching moments, and make sure you include everybody because you may think they're not going to see, but I can guarantee you if they don't know they're left out, the parents will know. And we want to teach our children all about kindness and love and caring and taking care of each other. So please include everybody if your kids are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day. And on that note, I would like to say good morning to Connie Grunning, reviewer extraordinaire from the most wonderful site that I absolutely love called peanutbutterandwine.com. And she is going to be running the best contest ever. Yay! I'm going to let her tell you about it, but I'm going to be giving away a phone consult, and a free book. So, Connie, you're on. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, I love having
you. And I'm going to publish on this, your giveaway right now so that everybody, Blythe is going to let 2 Peanut Butter and Wine followers get one-on-one help with children. You get a one-on-one whether you want to do it by phone or by Skype, and that's just amazing. It's amazing. I am so excited that you did this.
Oh,
and
thanks.
then a third winner gets to pick their book, whether they want to have Help My Toddler Came Without Instructions or Help My Baby Came Without Instructions. Yay!
Yay! Well, I want to just add to that. It's a half-hour free consultation with me. And if you live in Arizona, it's not long distance. But anyway, we'll see who wins, and I will tell you how to get your prizes. But thank you for doing the contest. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet some new parents.
Oh, I'm so excited about this one. This one will be so good. The other things that I have coming for Valentine's Day, I have a crystal vase from Reed and Barton. This is absolutely beautiful. It's full crystal, 10 inches tall, just a beautiful vase. It retails for $70. One Peanut Butter and Wine winner will get one of those. Of course, I have the diamond candle, which I run every month, and you can either pick a diamond candle, which is a candle that has a piece of jewelry, a ring in it that can be worth anywhere from $10 to $5,000. So that's just fun. Or you can choose, if you don't want a diamond candle, you can choose $25 PayPal. I also have Daddy Valentine pajama pants, which are the softest pair of pajama pants, and they're awful cute. They have Love Daddy on them, and they're from Daddy and Company. They have just amazing products.
Who's this? So is this your husband in these pajama pants? I'm on your site. Is this him modeling?
Let's say yes, it is. So we have 3 days left on that. Also, the Love Your Heart collection, which is so pretty. You will get the bracelet, the necklace, and I believe the earrings come with that. And that ends in 10 days. And that is from the Heart Association along with, so the Go Red for Women, and it's hosted by Jewelry Television. And it's a very pretty set. I also have a $600 PayPal giveaway. There's going to be 2 winners. One winner gets $500 PayPal, and the other winner will get $100 PayPal. So get in on that one.
Oh, I'm looking at this. So what are these yummy pouches that little Alice is eating? This is so cute. She's so cute.
Aren't those the cutest little pouches? Those are called, oh, and that comes in. You also have another giveaway that has the mommy must-haves. And those, that also, they are including the yummy pouches there. These yummy pouches are awesome. They are so leak-proof that I carry them in my purse. I'm not worried. That's how good these are.
So you can fill them up yourself.
Yes, you could put in either a smoothie, you can put in yogurt. Alice is a big yogurt fan, but those little baby yogurts are expensive. I buy a big thing of yogurt and fill it up, and she's fine. And the Mommy Must-Haves has tons of stuff from cloth diapers to nursing covers, and also teething rings. Very, very good things in there. So lots of good stuff this month. Coming really soon. There's also the Sky Ready travel kit was invented by a nurse when she caught her daughter reaching down with her tongue to pick up a pretzel off of a tray in the airplane. So it does everything you need to help you have a safe flight germ-wise and keep your kids healthy, and it's just really packed full of everything.
I love some of these names. What's the booby trapper?
The booby trapper is it's what covers your so that you can nurse in public.
Cover the boobies. That's so funny. Or the one above it, the Tofi? Is it Toofies?
I think it's Toothy, yes. Toothy.
What a great teether. I mean, I'm on your site. I want to win everything. I always go in there trying winning everything.
Well, good. Good. It only takes one time, one entry. Everybody, just keep trying. So I have lots of good stuff this month. I'm so excited. But I'm most excited about yours. I am so excited about your parent coaching. I love this idea.
Oh, thank you. I am too, because I love meeting parents. And there's always a question. As you're a mom, you're a grandma, and I'm sure are there different questions that come up for you because you're a grandma than when you had your children? I mean, it's different.
Right. It is. It's totally different now, and I don't remember what I did 30 years ago. So yes, it's really different, and I think that every parent could really use your service and would really be able to benefit from this. I really do.
Well, thank you for running this contest. I'm so excited about everything on there. And, we're going to break for commercial in just a little bit. So everybody, please go to Peanut Butter and Wine, WHINE, and enter the contest. And you have to see the pictures. And I have to say one more thing before I say goodbye to you. You posted the cutest video of your little granddaughter about birds.
She says penguins are practically chickens.
How does she know practically? That's such a big word for a little one.
That's one her daddy taught her. He taught her practically. And now we're working on persimmons because that's just funny. And pumpernickel.
The P words. Well, put some more videos on. And
I will. There's
nothing better than watching, a toddler talk or explain. They're so smart. And if we didn't have all these inhibitions that we get when we grow up, it would be so much more fun because we would just say what we thought and it would be funny. Maybe not cute, but, I guess we do have to be careful what we say. So, Connie, thank you so much for being on the show. We will see you in March, and you can tell us what's hot for March.
All right.
So, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, and you enjoy that little Alice. She's so adorable. So, Connie Grinning from Peanut Butter and Wine, WHINE, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
We'll be right back with more Help My Baby Came Without Instructions. It's Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet. We'll be right back right after these. Are you happy with your life? Satisfied with the direction you're taking? More importantly, are you content with the results you're seeing? Then Success Profiles Radio is the program for you. Join host Brian K. Wright as he talks to experts in many areas relating to life success, including expertise in leadership, business, relationships, careers, networking, health, overcoming adversity, and much more. Each week, we'll explore different aspects of success and how to apply them to your life. For more on Brian and the show, check out his website, briankwright.com. Each week is a dose of inspiration. So many people live their lives wanting more than they currently have. Success Profiles Radio is a show that will clearly demonstrate the principle, if I can do it, you can do it. So don't miss this opportunity to take control of your life and your results. Success Profiles Radio with Brian K. Wright, Mondays at 5 p.m. Central on the Rockstar Radio Network.
Have you got kids? Need a little help dealing with your everyday battles? Is it time for you to call in reinforcements? Then join us each week for Mommy Warriors Live as longtime mom bloggers Alyssa Banco and Nicole Perry share their informative and hilarious stories from the front lines of parenthood. Armed with nothing but Band-Aids, some tissue, and a half-charged cell phone, there's no parenting battle the Mommy Warriors can't solve. Tune in each Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of Mommy Warriors Live.
Welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet.
The hour for all moms with little ones to come for great advice, encouragement, and great ideas for all new parents. Now, back to the show with Blythe Lipman.
Well, welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions. I'm so happy you could be with us today. And guess what? We have a man on my show. An actual man is my guest. How many men do I have on the guest? It makes it really different. I like to change it up. And I want to ask you, how many times have you taken your little one to the pediatrician for an ear infection, or you have morning sickness, or you can't sleep, and you don't know what to do, and you're pacing, or you're giving your child Tylenol, or whatever it is? I know, I can remember doing that with my children. Well, my guest today, Michael Gardner, is from doTERRA Essential Oils, and he's going to tell us about so many great things to do with these oils, so you don't have to go to the pediatrician, or you'll be counting sheep before you know it. Let me tell you a little bit about Michael. He was born in Columbus, Ohio. His mother still talks about her 3-day labor. Oh my gosh. Nothing worthwhile is easy, so he must be really worthwhile. He has 4 little sisters, and he was a great athlete, and he had a tendency to attend school only on game days, so he was eligible. Wow, I didn't know this about you. Maybe you shouldn't be on the show. Anyway, after high school, he went to college, and he was in Vietnam, and he had worked as a high-voltage lineman, that's a macho job, and he was at Luke Air Force Base here in Arizona, yay! And he's lived all around the U.S., and after seeing the movie Shampoo, remember that with Warren Beatty, he decided to become a hairdresser. Well, I'm going to have to come to you for my next due. Anyway, Michael's done so many things. He has 2 sons. He's coached them at every sport. He was their Cub Scout leader, taught them always to put service before self. He's a great dad. He gave them wonderful tools, and he's so proud of the way they turned out. But then he discovered the miracle of essential oils, and they healed a lot of things that his sons had. I mean, wait till you hear the story about the concussion. I was just so amazed. So anyway, Michael, that's the little bio that I'm going to give. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Blythe.
So would you like to add any more to your bio? Wow, you are a busy person.
I think that was enough. I didn't actually get to go to Vietnam. They wouldn't let me. I'm the sole surviving son. But, yeah, I was in during Vietnam. So, yeah, everything else is right. And I don't work for doTERRA. I'm an independent rep that represents doTERRA as a wellness advocate. So I want to keep that straight.
Okay, well, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, well, yeah.
So let's talk about essential oils. I mean, I have to say this honestly, and you're such a great guy. I love talking to you. You don't really put essential oils with a meal. How did you get into this? Because you have a wealth of knowledge that I love holistic things. I love oils and all of that, but I have learned so much from talking to you. How did you get into this?
Well, quickly, what happened is I had a number of health issues several years ago and was given a box of pills by my doctor to solve all the problems. High blood pressure, triglycerides, sugar, cholesterol, everything. I lost weight, learned how to eat, and did it on my own, never took a pill. But I learned then about toxins. I learned about side effects, and I started doing my research. So I was a little open to this. I still thought, I kept hearing about oils. I thought it was basically woo-woo stuff. It was woo-woo. It's herbs and oils, baloney. Went to meetings, still didn't get it, kept hearing about it. I'm the only guy at the meeting, which is kind of weird. But my friend kept dragging me. Finally, my son, was a champion wrestler here in Upper Arlington, had a severe concussion, was out of school for almost a month. Horrible migraines. We went through the brain scans. We went through everything. He couldn't see because his vision was blurred. And ringing in his ears, it was a second concussion. Stopped him from wrestling ever again. My friend came over. He said, okay, are you ready to see this? And he put frankincense and another blend we have called Past Tense and another oil, I can't remember which one it was, on my son where it hurt and on his temples. Within 5 minutes, my son Cameron came out and said, Dad, my headache is almost gone. I can see, and the ringing in my ears is gone. This is 5 minutes. By the next morning, I put it on every 3 or 4 hours. By the next morning, all symptoms were gone, and thank God he was back in school. And I went, bingo, here I am. And this is what I want to do.
How's
that?
You know what? That's amazing, because I know you sent me some samples, and I have to say I'm loving the peppermint at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It just wakes me up. And you told me to take the peppermint and put it in water and smell it, and I don't know. I put it on my head once.
Yeah, well, my trainer, some trainers at the gym I go to, they're the one that told me. I gave them peppermint, and they said, Mike, you need to put this in your water. It'll give you a better workout, and it does. I use it on long drives. I take a peppermint beadlet or put it in my water, or I just sniff it. And I'm good for 130 miles or 2 hours, and I'm not chugging coffee, stopping, and all the rest stops.
You know what? And it is something healthy that you can sniff. So it's okay. It really does wake you up. And if you like peppermint, it smells really good. You know, I want to say, if you're listening to the show and you have a question for Michael, or you just want to say good morning, you can call us at 877-864-4869 and talk to us. We love callers. Anyway, tell me a little bit. Let's talk about expectant parents a little bit, because, you know, there's morning sickness that some of us have gotten. What can the essential oils do for morning sickness?
Well, it covers, there's books and books and books. It covers everything, that way beyond that, earaches and morning sickness. With morning sickness expressly, I just talked to someone about this the other day. Ginger, lavender, and peppermint. You apply it topically. And, of course, there's 3 ways to use our oils. There's topically, aromatically, or you can take them internally. We're the only oils that are that pure that you can do that. We're absolutely the most pure oils in the world. They even have a name for it called CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. They're so pure, they invented a new name for the testing process. Morning sickness, they put on topically behind your ears, and they diffuse it through a diffuser. And then you inhale it, and it helps with the morning sickness. And I've yet to see someone who did that it didn't help their morning sickness.
I wonder, you know what, it's the same thing for nausea, but it also says that you can put it behind your ears or over your navel. And, you know, this is not a medical show, so we're not touting anything medical. But if you do have a question, always ask your doctor. And, you know, these essential oils are safe. But you know what? You talk about them being pure. Do some of the other oils have chemicals or other things in them?
Yes, you can. The way I've always understood it, you can call them therapeutic grade if they're 2% oil and the rest is the other 98% is artificial chemicals. My son is a senior at Ohio State. He's biomolecular engineer. I'm sorry, he was biomolecular engineer.
Proud dad.
Now he's biomedical, which is even. But he poo-pooed all this and wanted to fight with me. He said, Dad, we can duplicate any aroma. We can duplicate any of this. I said, that's true. But you cannot duplicate the constituents that come from where these oils were planted for us thousands when the earth was formed for us to help our bodies heal ourselves. And that's another point I want to cover. These oils with doTERRA, I will never claim they cure anything. Even though my son Spencer came to me, the know-it-all, and he had strep. He's had it every 2 years since he was little. And, you know, he goes on a CPAC for 8 days or whatever, all that stuff. He gargled with oregano and lemon into a little bit of water. Twice, strep was gone. No side effects from toxic pharmaceuticals.
You know, that's amazing because, first of all, I remember having strep years ago, and it really hurts to swallow. And sometimes those antibiotics, you know, you get side effects from. I'm not putting antibiotics down because we do need them. You absolutely have to have antibiotics sometimes. But if you're not sure, I think the issue too, Michael, is sometimes the doctors don't know. None of us know if it's viral or if it's bacterial. Obviously, strep is bacterial, but there's so many viruses around that to just pop yourself on an antibiotic, I'm so happy that the doctors are getting a little more limited in how quickly they give out the antibiotics, especially to the little kids and the babies.
Exactly. And which is what got me on it. I was handed a tablet of prescriptions, you know, to go out and do this with. And the side effects, they gave me a list of the side effects. I have a queen-size bed. I laid these things out and took a photo of it. It went from headboard to end twice with side effects for what was going on with me. I mean, it's ridiculous. Those things build up in our bodies and cause problems later on down the road. So anything we can do naturally anything, especially with our children. What's more important resource than our children? Now, our oils are antiseptic, antibiotic, antifungal, and antiviral. For example, when you get a virus, a cold, the flu, you go to the doctor says, drink a lot of water, go home, sleep it off. I mean, that's what it's going to be for a few days, right, Blythe?
Right.
With ours, we have oils that we can use, and I've done it. I have done this a dozen times with people with the flu, deadly ill, not deadly ill, but very ill, and and it was gone. All their symptoms were gone pretty much within a day. Now, I'm only going to relate what I know for a fact that I've experienced. I'm not going to say this works for everybody, because no one thing works for everybody. We're all different, and no one oil does the same thing for everybody all the time. Every oil does about 20 different things, and there's 20 different oils that do that one thing. It's all over the place.
It is. Don't you think it's all trial and error, too? Because everybody's different. And, also, if you're a first-time parent, I know many times first-time parents, you're nervous about trying different things. And it's okay. There's no right or wrong. You know what? Whatever you want to do. And also, like as Michael says, and I say this all the time, every baby, every parent, every person in this world is different. And one thing may work for one person, and then it may not work for the other person. But these essential oils are safe, and it's great because I have this book. It's called The Essential Oil Usage Guide, A to Z, and I love the way they set this up. It's so easy to use. You can go through, and if you have anything, it's everything from plantar warts to PMS to what else? Rashes. You just go through the book, and it will tell you what to do with these oils. And it looks like most of them you apply to your skin. You don't actually take them internally. But we're going to break for a commercial in just a few seconds. And when we come back, I want to talk to Michael about diaper rash and teething and not sleeping, and tell you about my experience with the lavender, because I was pretty amazed. I mean, sometimes when you can't sleep, you're so frustrated and you don't know what to do. And I have to tell you about the lavender. And if you saw my video, I put lavender on the dog. I was just fooling around on the video. But you know what? I'm sure this helps pets too. So I have Michael Gardner here from doTERRA Essential Oils. He's the essential oil guy. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Michael some more. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with more help. For help, my baby came without instructions. It's Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet. We'll be right back right after these.
Baby love, my baby love, I need you, oh, I need you.
We often ask, is that all there is? Why is this happening to me? Why am I always broke? How am I going to survive this mess? Then join Dr. Geraldine Tegeloff for Nature Spirit Speak, 7 p.m. Tuesday evenings on TogiNet.com. Geraldine is a metaphysician, nature intuitive, and prosperity coach who shares with you how she went from totally broke to living what she would call her perfectly prosperous life. Through the combination of a wealth of metaphysical knowledge and her amazing ability as an intuitive, Geraldine brings to you the secrets of her magical journey of healing emotionally, spiritually, and financially. As with the ancient seers and master teachers, Geraldine has a unique gift of being able to connect to the simple yet profound messages brought to us by Mother Nature, and happily shares these through today's note to self on her webpage, nature'sspiritspeak.com. If you need help with your journey, why not connect with Geraldine during her show, Nature Spirit Speak, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central on TogiNet.com. Connect with Juliana and connect with what lies beneath. Friday afternoons at 4, 3 Central on TogiNet.com. Juliana is certified as a life coach who wants people to connect. Connect with what lies beneath, those truths and answers. And through her counseling practice, she has helped others find their personal power and fulfill their dreams. And she wants to do the same for you here on Connect with Juliana, through intimate discussions, intriguing subject matters, and the expertise of her guests. For more on Juliana and her show, check out her website, connectwithjuliana.com. Juliana will cover it all. Nothing is off limits. She wants to know what matters to you. Make the connection. Tune in to TogiNet to connect with Juliana to find out the facts that could be hidden beneath the surface. Connect with Juliana on TogiNet to make a quality connection in your life. Friday afternoons at 4, 3 Central on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet, the hour for all moms with little ones to come for great advice, encouragement, and great ideas for all new parents. Now, back to the show with Blythe Lipman.
Well, welcome back. I'm here on Baby and Toddler Instructions with my wonderful guest, Michael Gardner. We are talking about doTERRA essential oils. He is the essential oil guy. And if you have a question, call us. I love callers. 877-864-4869. Don't be shy. So, Michael, the question, I had a question during the break. Are essential oils safe to use with babies? Maybe not newborns. I know you're not a doctor. It's not a medical show. But have you heard anything from some of the women that use the essential oils? Have they used them on their little ones?
Absolutely. And I wish I have a very good friend, it's Brianna. I wish she was sitting here next to me. She has an infant, and she's a total believer in this, and she's a rep also. And she uses them on her infants. The thing you have to be careful of is you don't put them on straight with an infant at all. You can diffuse. You mix it with different oils that you can have around the house, such as olive oil, whatever it takes to smooth it out a little bit. The women I know that have done this, they'll diffuse lavender in the air. It helps your baby sleep. As they get a little older, you can put them on the bottom of their little feet. Actually, I remember when I was 41, my first one came along, and he had the sudden temperature spike. And I freaked out. I didn't know what to do, grabbed him, wrapped him up, went down to the store, bought some baby Tylenol, put it on, and had to wait 6 hours to do it again, and I was scared to death. I'm a 41-year-old guy that never even held an infant until I had one. And so now I realize I could have used, mixed up some peppermint or lavender and put on the back of their ears and their neck or on their feet and brought that temperature down.
Well, I am in a networking group with the wonderful Tracy Spackman. She's from the Quiet Nights Sleep Coaching Services, and she's going to be my guest in March. And we were talking about the essential oils yesterday at my meeting. And she said she tells parents all the time when their kids can't sleep, put some lavender on their feet. And she also talked about cutting it with something. And, this is what she does for a living. And she said it's amazing how the lavender works. And I have to tell you, myself, I never give my opinion on this show. I do not like the lavender odor. For some reason, it just doesn't do it for me. But there were a couple nights I couldn't sleep. And you told me, use the lavender. And I put some on my pillow. And I put some on my temples. And I have to tell you, I fell asleep. And I didn't wake up with a hangover. And I didn't wake up feeling like I had taken 10 things. And actually, I woke up and I felt good. And I had such a good night's sleep. So I bit the bullet and said, okay, this smells like something else. And it works.
Well, Blythe, put it on your big toes and rub it on the bottom of your feet and behind your ears. That's the right way to do it, and you'll be out like a light. And if you still can't do it, we have another blend. We have other blends that are a little bit more potent, and you do them exactly the same way. I tend to wake up at 2 in the morning. I put that on. I'm back asleep in minutes.
That's funny because it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was so frustrated and couldn't remember where you told me to put it. So I figured if I smell it someplace, it's going to do something. So
call me. I'm up anyway. Yeah.
Let's talk about teething. You say that you can use the essential oils for teething, and I see it's clove, wintergreen, and Roman chamomile for teething pain. What would you cut that with? Because, I am thinking the clove and the wintergreen, isn't it going to burn the baby's gums or the toddler's gums?
Actually, the women I know that have done that, I have this back when my children were, teething, but they use that and they cut it with a little oil, and you massage the outside of their face along the jawline. Experiment with it and see what you come up with. There's some great sites that you can go to that will tell you this, and I'd be glad to give you those before we get off here. But everybody I know that's used that, it's worked. along with colic, congestion, cradle cap. Getting off the subject here a little bit, but there's always grandpa and grandma and mom and dad that have eczema. Some of them have shingles. And the same things that work for babies for things work for mom and dad and grandpa too.
You know, that's the beauty of the essential oils, because it's not like it's how many milligrams do you need. And sometimes, you know, because everybody's different, when we do have to take a medication, some need more, some need less. And you talk about shingles. I know this is baby and toddler, but shingles hurt. I mean, I know my mom had them, and shingles really hurt.
You mix a little bit of those three I sent you, lemon, lavender, and peppermint together, and you put on the shingles, and everyone that I've given it to said the pain went away. You mix it with the carrier oil, and you put it on the shingles, and the pain is gone. Everyone I know, that is. It's not going to work worldwide, but, you know, I want to clarify that. The same with eczema. I know people have suffered with eczema their whole lives, and they start using this, and their eczema is gone. They've been using these oils for 6,000 years. The Egyptians practiced medicine with these oils. In the Old Testament, there's some like 1,700 references to oils where they clean the oil. They've been using this a long time, Blythe, until 100 years ago, the pharmaceutical industry came along and people forgot about them.
Well, I can remember when my kids were little, and I tried to find the name of this oil, but not even when my children were little. When I was little and I had an earache, there was some kind of an oil in a blue bottle. Yeah. And you put a couple drops. Do you know what that's called? Do they still have it?
No, I don't know what that is, but I'll give you an example of what happened. And this, I've heard this repeated 100 times. My neighbor came down with his daughter. She had her ear, probably 6, 7 years old. Her ear was red as blood. I mean, it was inflamed, and she was in tears. Put her up on a stool by my island here in my kitchen. Finally calmed her down. I put a little melaleuca on a cotton ball. I placed it on the outside of her ear. You never put oils inside of an ear, okay? But I placed melaleuca on a cotton ball. Blythe, 5 or 6 minutes later, she was running around, and the redness was gone. And my friend Frederick said it never came back again. It's melaleuca, melaleuca.
What is melaleuca?
It's an oil. I mean, it's an oil. But we didn't really explain what oils are here. Oils are the aromatic compounds. In fact, let me grab this. I wrote this down. People don't know what essential oils are. They're aromatic compounds. They're natural extracts from seeds, stems, roots, flowers, barks, and different parts of the plants. And we extract it from the best parts. Some of your constituents might be better from the inside of a log than the flower on a tree. And wherever the best part is, that's where we get ours. Then they've been used, like I said, for thousands of years, and they're 100% natural. And I probably already said this, but we can use it 3 ways. You can use it aromatically, which hospitals are using, by the way, now. OSU Hospital uses it. Vanderbilt uses it throughout their hospital. At triage stations, at nurses' stations, in patients' rooms to keep them down. I know of an oral surgeon that uses it in his offices because patients come in, their blood pressure's too high because they're scared to death. They're going to get surgery. He puts lavender in the diffuser out in the waiting room. Boom, blood pressure's okay. Let's dig in. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Maybe we ought to start putting diffusers in preschools, especially when that barometric pressure goes down and the kids are little acting out a little more. But I was just looking when you were talking. I was looking on the internet, as we all do, about ear infections. I can remember walking around my house with this oil on the cotton ball in my ear, and when my kids had ear infections, I didn't have this blue oil, whatever it was, and I certainly didn't know about doTERRA if it was around, unfortunately. But I used to put vegetable oil, warm it up, not hot, and put it on the cotton ball. And for some reason, it just pulls the pain out, and the children feel better.
Well, you might know melaleuca as tea tree oil. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of people know it as tea tree oil. Somebody just texted me, said, "Mike, it's tea." I said, "Okay, I know this."
Well, you tell that person to call who's ever texting you. 877-864-4869. But, tea tree oil is used for so many things. I remember using it on a sunburn once, and I didn't know I was using melaleuca.
And also the tea tree oil and oregano and cinnamon, all of our oils will kill staph and MRSA. Staph and MRSA, these hospitals are I know a lot of nurses in oncology and this and that at different hospitals around here. And staph and MRSA is just such a huge problem, and now hospitals are starting to use that to kill it.
Do they put it on?
Killed it.
My son had
I spray it on the counters. I have cats, and cats are everywhere. I spray it on my counters. I clean with it. I do everything. Hospitals are doing the same because it stays and it keeps cleaning for a while because it's an oil.
Do you mix the oregano and the cinnamon together, or how does that work with the MRSA?
Well, actually, what I use for MRSA, it's another thing we call On Guard. It's one of our blends. And we mix that with a little water, and we spray it on everything, and that kills it. Like I said, there's about 20 oils that do everything, and every oil does about 20 different other things. So there's a lot of different things that'll work for you. Some people can't stand the smell of lavender, so they use something else. Or melaleuca is very potent. Oregano is very potent, but they can tolerate cinnamon. My son had toenail fungus, and they wanted to use he's a runner. He was a runner. And they wanted to use this prescription on him that he had to go in once every 6 weeks and have his liver tested because it was so toxic. He used melaleuca as he got out of the shower for 3 or 4 days, and it was gone.
Wow.
Straight melaleuca on his toenail. Yeah. So you'd be a believer, too. When you see it on your nothing affects you like when you see it on your own child.
This is amazing. Why didn't I know you a couple years ago? Because it's amazing. My son, unfortunately, he got a terrible MRSA infection, and he was on so darn many antibiotics, and it took forever. And, it's not fun. It hurts. And I wish I had known this because I would have been pouring everything on.
Well, my younger one's a wrestler, the one that had the concussion, and he had MRSA in his knees because MRSA is a big problem in staph and wrestling mats.
Right.
And unfortunately, they're not really getting that as fast as they should out there, and it's transmitted. And they had to dig out a big hunk of his kneecap. We could have fixed it, I think. We could have fixed that. There's other things, too, I know you want me to talk about.
You know what? We're going to break for commercial, and we have a caller when we come back, so I don't want you to get into the other things. There's so much to talk about with this, and I'm so excited to have you on the show.
Well, me too.
But we have a caller when we come back. Judy's on the line, and we're going to see what Judy wants to talk about. I'm so excited you're calling, Judy. So the commercial break, the tune should be coming up in just a few minutes. And I'm here with Michael Gardner. We're talking all about essential oils and what they can do for you. It's amazing. Just amazing. So we will be right back. Hang in there.
We'll be right back with more Help My Baby Came Without Instructions. It's Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet. We'll be right back right after these. Do you feel like when you watch a cooking show or read a food magazine that the recipes are not practical for a busy family? Do you wish you could have a conversation with someone about the best way to get dinner on the table fast after a long day at work? Are you tired of cooking dinner only to have your family turn up their nose at all of your hard work? Do you want to hear more about healthy living and finding more time to find your passion in life? Well, pull up a chair and visit with Heather Tallman, host of Around the Kitchen Sink, Thursday nights at 10 p.m. here on TogiNet Radio. Like many women, finding balance in life and time to take care of yourself is hard to do. Between managing a career and marriage and children and a busy family schedule, it's hard to maintain a sense of self. And Heather shares how she does it. Check out Heather's website, basilmama.com. Join us for food and a whole lot more on Around the Kitchen Sink with your host, Heather Tallman, Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Central on toginet.com.
Join the Executive Business Seminar with author and trainer Dr. Risa Wolf, Ph.D. Are you looking for practical business tips and techniques for dealing with difficult situations or lowering speaking anxiety? Then this show is where you need to be if you're a business owner, corporate executive, or anyone ambitious about their career growth. Dr. Risa Wolf draws from her extensive mentoring background for business leaders and executives and interviews leaders who have practical solutions. Join Dr. Risa Wolf every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for your edition of the Executive Business Seminar, right here on ABRN, the All Business Radio Network.
Welcome back to Baby and Toddler Instructions with Blythe Lipman on TogiNet, the hour for all moms with little ones to come for great advice, encouragement, and great ideas for all new parents. Now, back to the show with Blythe Lipman.
Well, welcome back. I'm so excited to have Michael Gardner from doTERRA Essential Oils on, and we have Judy on the line. So, Judy, thank you for calling. Welcome to the show. Do you have a question for us? We also have Rihanna, and we'll talk to her next. Judy, do you have a question for Michael?
Yes, I have heard that essential oils help with stress and anxiety. Is there a way, can you tell me how to use them for that?
Yes, I can. And there's a variety of ways. I'll start with my son, again, Spencer. He's in the toughest major they offer at Ohio State, and he was stressed out, and he was worried about what was going on, and he started using a blend we have called In Tune, which is actually made for ADD and ADHD, which he isn't, but it brings the world in, and it does it for me, too, and it calms me down so I can focus. I was nervous about going on the show today, and I'm not really the nervous kind of guy, so I rubbed another blend I had called Balance over my heart, and it calmed me down. And then I put some lavender in a diffuser, and by the time I was ready to go on the show, and I was like, I just got out of bed, and I was ready to face the world. You can diffuse it. You can put it in your hand and smell it. A lot of different ways of helping with stress. Does that help, Judy?
Judy, does that help?
That's interesting. Thank you so much. Yes, it does, because, when you smell things, it makes sense to me, because when you smell things like cookies baking or lemons or oranges or fruit, it does make you feel better. So I'm definitely going to have to look into it. Thank you for having this topic today.
Yeah, I put orange in my diffuser. I'm glad you brought that up. It does the same thing for me, our orange oil. Yes.
Well, Judy, thank you for calling in. I will put all of Michael's information on my website, babyinstructions.com, and I'll tell you what, it really does work. I love the oil. So thanks for calling. You have a great rest of your day.
Well, thank you. I will look into that.
All right. Take care. Well, now we have Rihanna on the phone. Good morning. Do you have a question for Michael? Thanks for calling the show.
Hi. Thanks for having me. I actually don't have a question, but I just wanted to kind of give a shout-out because I use doTERRA essential oils with my 3 little kids, and I don't know what we would do without them. I just can't imagine our lives without them.
Rihanna, I have a question. I don't want to put you on the spot. What's your favorite essential oil that you use with your children, and how old are they?
Okay, I have a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and an 8-month-old. My favorite essential oil is frankincense, and mainly because we can use it for everything. It's good for depression. My youngest, my little 8-month-old, just fell back and bonked her head really hard on the floor, and I just rubbed a little frankincense on there because it's good for inflammation. And like Michael said earlier, with his son with the concussion, any kind of head injuries or anything. So frankincense is always the first oil I reach for when anybody's hurt. But my son, my middle one, has had acid reflux since he was teeny tiny, like 2 months old. And I didn't find the essential oils until he was about 1. But I used it's a blend called Digest Zen, and it has fennel and anise and peppermint and a few other, I think ginger, a few other oils in it. But I have been using that on him to help him sleep at night, because when he would lay down at night, that's when the acid reflux would kick in, and he would just be up all night. But as soon as I put the oil, I actually put it on his feet because it was a little strong, the smell, and literally like within about 20 seconds, you would roll back over and go to sleep. So
Yay!
that
Wow.
has been a big lifesaver.
That's
for us.
amazing. Well,
Yeah.
Brianna, thanks so much for sharing. I mean, this is great for all the mom listeners and dad listeners that I have. So thanks a lot. You have a great rest of your day. And again, all the information will be on babyinstructions.com. So thanks for calling. Take care. And your baby sounds so cute. So thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. We have Robin on the line, and Robin has a question or comment. Robin, good morning.
Good morning, Blythe. This is Robin from New Hampshire, from the snow.
From the
snowy
snow. And from Military Mom Talk Radio. Yay! Good show on TogiNet.com.
state. Yay!
Robin. So you're
Thanks,
on.
Blythe. I have a question. I'm very fascinated, and I am actually on your guest website right now. And one of the questions that I have is, do you have either a directory or a how-to or some kind of consultation as to best practices to use some of your oils? Because I'm noticing you're saying
Yes.
put it behind your ears or put it on the bottom of your feet. How does a newbie like me know how best to use your product?
Okay, everybody grab your pencils and piece of paper. I'm going to give this to you, or your lipstick, and write it on the wall. It's that important. I don't care if you have to scratch it with your knife. Here's a great website. It's called everythingessential.me. Everythingessential.me. There's a lot of sites. There's so much information from doTERRA on our oils. It's like I told somebody, it's like putting your mouth over a fire hydrant. There's just so much stuff out there and it's hard to, we just want to see everybody get the word out. It's just hard to get it out because so there's so much to say. But everythingessential.me.
You know what? I'll put that on the website. I put that on my website too, Michael.
That's okay. And if there's a lot of other things, if someone wanted to contact me, should I tell this now about how to do that blind?
No, sure.
Okay.
And we can say it again.
Yeah, well, just go to www.essentialoilguy.com. And that'll take you to my site, and you can leave your information there about how to be contacted. And I'm not into selling. I share what I do. We're all supposed to help each other, and I don't need a reason to help people. But that's why I'm in this. I'd love to help people. But it is a business. And you can go to, if you want to email me straight, it's michael@essentialoilguy.com, and I will steer you to whatever. We have, by the way, let me add this. I think we're in 48 countries around the world in 5 years. We have over 700,000 people in 5 years that use our oils. There's classes everywhere in the United States. So it seems like every night there's a class somewhere. And they are not sales meetings. They are classes for education. So there's
really
a lot
important.
of ways to find out the information. Okay.
You know what, Robin, also, I want to tell you, if you get these oils, and I don't know how your company, if you give out samples or what you do, but this great little book came called The Essential Oil Usage Guide A to Z, and you just look up, like, cavities, clove, on guard, melaleuca, or you look up what's ever wrong with you. We're not wrong with you that day, and you want to see if you can use the oils. And it's such an easy reference. Sometimes the references are hard. You have to go to chapters, but I love the way they set this up.
That first website I gave you has all that and more. That essential oil, everythingessential.me, it has all that and more.
Got it.
So when you're looking outside,
this is exactly what we needed.
Well, Robin, when you're looking outside at all
I was
that
just saying that's exactly what we need.
You take those oils and you put them on your feet, on your hands.
And
I'm going to need
so much
some of these
information.
oils on my muscles after I clear the driveway.
Exactly.
Thank you, Michael, so much. Great show. It's a lot of information, and I'm delighted to have met you. Take care.
Oh,
thanks,
you very
Robin.
much.
Don't shovel too hard. Well, we are coming up to the end of the show, but I think we have a little more time. I'm not sure.
Okay. Can I add a couple things that's very important that I wish I'd known about? Diaper rash. I see diaper rash all of a sudden can get out of control in a day. I remember those days. And we slathered all that ointment on, and now I know what's in there, and I would never do it again. But you can put diaper rash on with lavender, put a little oil, a little lavender. I have seen a bad case of diaper rash almost gone as little as 4 hours when it was put on about every 20, 30 minutes. With our oils, you can't overdose with them. It's not a prescription. You don't have to wait 6 hours like with baby Tylenol. And it doesn't expire. They last forever. I have everything in my medicine cabinet. It's one of our classes we teach called Medicine Cabinet Makeover. We have no Tylenol. We have no anything in my medicine cabinet. It's just oils for everything in our life.
Well, you know what?
I call it my self-care instead of health care. Now, doctor moms get this easier than guys. Guys, we tend to hey, you broke your ankle, put some duct tape, you want to get back in the game. Women get this better, and they get it quicker. I was tired of co-pays, tired of waiting in lines, and that's why my medicine cabinet is full of this now. We never even go to the doctor. Not that there's anything wrong with that, and I'm not knocking doctors. But
well, you know what? Self-care is so important. So, Michael, thank you so much for being on my show today. I will put all your information, everythingessential.me, essentialoilguy.com, Michael at essentialoilguy.com. I will put all that on babyinstructions.com, and I am so excited that you're on the show. I would love to have you back again. You have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you, and everybody get well and stay well.
Great message. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, what a great show. There's so much information, and Michael is he's an essential oil guy genius. I just love the product. So you need to take a look at what they have, and it will help. Next week, I am going to have a wonderful guest on my show, as always. Her name is Kawana Hawsley. She is the author of Everything I Needed to Know I Learned from My 6-Month-Old, Awakening to Unconditional Self-Love in Motherhood. It's going to be a great show. Her book is just so wonderful. Can't wait to talk to Kawana. I love all my guests, as you know. I also have a new page on Facebook called My Best Parenting Advice. So please take a peek and comment, and please press like. It takes 2 seconds to press that little button. You can ask me questions on there. I put tips, and of course, babyinstructions.com has all kinds of information that I update all the time. And as Connie said at the beginning of the show, I am available for telephone video consults in-home. If you live in Arizona, you can call my office at 480-510-1453. And also the contest, Peanut Butter and Wine, WHINE.com. We're running a contest where I'm giving away a couple free consults. So I would like to leave you today with these little gems. As one mom said, embarrassing my children, just one more service I offer. And respect your parents. They graduated school without Google. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of the weekend. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.